Dogs will kick it away to start us off. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Offense will keep it on the ground here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Handoff in a single back formation. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Back to pass. It's Williams. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
The offense stays on the field in this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Washington getting set for the 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that previous play. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and several two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
To throw, it's Williams. Pressure is coming. Makes the grab downfield for a huge gain on the right. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Timeout called by the defense, their first up. They try to make some adjustments here. This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll hand it off. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down mark.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Can he make it to the marker? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Pass caught. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Heading for the goal line, and now the ball's knocked loose. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way. Across midfield. At the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And the defense joins the party with a score.
How about that for this defense? Move this guy over the offensive side. This guy picks up this fumble and shows you not only speed, but what to do with the football. Takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. We'll call for the fair catch here. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. Gives it to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
The important third down play coming up. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. A running play called on 4th down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth-down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Ducks are in the red zone. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Snap, hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Looking downfield, it's Williams. Looks to the left, pass caught. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 10, Washington 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Using his legs, it's Washington. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Extending the play now. It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He didn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Trying for a fourth down completion. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Ball handed off. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Quick spin on the run. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
He's tackled at the 27. First down for the offense.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier. Absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Back to pass. It's Williams. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down mark.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Using his left. Oh, and he fumbles. Now the defense has got it going the other way. The Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Looking for his big tight end. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Ducks. This quarterback on fire today.
Chris, this guy's listed as a tight end, but to me, he's really a wide receiver. Here's an example of how he can use his size and speed to overmatch this defense for a touchdown.
The extra point is good. It's 17-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Oh, my goodness. That looked to be the defensive back who came flying up there to put the pressure on the quarterback.
Tough position here. 2nd and long from the 14. Going to try to use his legs here. Finding some room with the 25. Football comes out. The defense recovers the fumble.
Chris, I love how this defense is right now. No concern at all with the vertical shots downfield. They're attacking the offense, and here they get a turnover.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. And he's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Williams. Defense is coming after him. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the pressure gets to him again.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. They've already gone for it 4 times and converted twice. Here comes a 5th. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Washington.
And the Huskies will have to kick this away. It's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. And the punt is away, and it's short, not what they were looking for. They couldn't flip the field. They'll down it just outside their own 40. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half.
Timeout, Oregon.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
That's an important first down on that running play. On the run, it's Brown. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Powers through. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Brought down at the 15-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Here's the handoff. He'll be brought down as the time runs out in the first half. They don't send out the field goal team, and they come up short. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football.
Trying it onside to start the third with the lead? It's, I guess, a bold strategy. Now we'll see if it comes back to bite them.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking to scramble. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Running out of time in the pocket. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack sets up an important third down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. The fair catch made at the 30-yard line. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Caught in the backfield. It's Holmes. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't a score.
Come on, set. Longer.
Looking to throw. It's Williams. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
This time it's complete. Spins away from the defender. Big gain, moves the ball into enemy territory. They'll spot it down near the 31.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Back to throw again. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
On the double.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I'd really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
That's caught. It's Williams. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with the...
The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
How about this defense? They're trying to get their hat on the ball. They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
This is why this guy is considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Catch made on the left side. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
On the ready.
Second down play coming up.
Easy.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Cut, cut, cut.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the Ducks are in the red zone.
Rita, 29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And that one is over everyone's head beyond the end zone and incomplete. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Quarterback looks right, caught. Touchdown, Ducks. And the route is on. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Huskies' offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Dropping back, it's Williams. Lofting it toward the left sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Ball handed off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Second down coming up.
Ready, set.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 31, Washington 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He lets it go. The pass is intercepted. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Dickey. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down, you got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. The Ducks pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Trying to find some room. It's Brown. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
The Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They'll run it here. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Touchdown, Oregon. And this one is getting ugly. And momentum really building now. This one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Number 93. Set to hands on the football.
Bringing it out, it's Washington. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
And the Washington offense will take over.
And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Now the important point after attempt. Looking to throw. It's flipped back to the kicker. He's looking to throw the ball. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. We'll get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He shreds the tackle. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
That's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
And there's the handoff. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the Ducks looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And the quarterback will take a knee. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. With Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.